are back here, ready to hop into the action. Strife MIBR on Nuke this time around. And John, you painted a picture here. Nuke may not bode well for Strife.
No, I mean, probably not, based upon the stats and how good MIBR have been here as of late. And I don't know, it's just going to be very difficult because Strife, one, don't play the map very often, two, are winless on it over 3 attempts. Yeah, Jitter. Gonna get the opener, though, and they do get the start on the CT side, which is a best case scenario given the circumstances. And there we go, 3 frags to open things up. Not a single one on the other direction, and in fact, only one goes down. That's Joel's. Pretty clean for Strife on the pistol.
No bomb plant either, yeah. This is very well done from Strife early on. Hot start to the map. Presumably just going to be Glocks here now for MIBR. Not a lot that they can invest around it. They invest anything? One flashbang for a peek, perhaps? One P250. Alright, see how this goes.
$300.
If he gets 1 kill, though, it's worth it.
Yeah,
pays for
of course.
itself.
Of course. If.
Run boost outside. Unsurprisingly, the Glock does not win that duel. Shocker, I know. And Henny will not get 1 kill with that P250. He will get no kills with any of them.
Kind of the expected result given the lack of investment there, but without the bomb plant, they couldn't really justify forcing up. They'd rather have a much better buy from the follow-up round, and this will be quite strong. AKs across the board, about half the usual utility, but everyone has a smoke, which is the important part. And you're likely going to see those smokes utilized pretty early on the round. I'm guessing they're going to do a wall of smokes towards the outer yard. They were trying to work outer yard before the previous round, but because they didn't have any utility, it didn't really work out for them. So this time they've got those smokes, and here they come. Deep wall of smokes from Mini to Big Rush. That really reduces visibilities for the CTs. Molotov goes up, but it's not going to deter Jota at all. He goes right on through. Only takes a little bit of damage. And the rest of his team will join him shortly. At least Exit does. And they're going to head their way down towards that B site where only one player is waiting. That is Joel's.
Joel's. Spotting. Seeing. Running. Ollieing. All in quick concert. 2 players are here down lower. They've got the bodies. Might be tough to rotate the remainder, though, without control of the vent, right? No one's in towards the ramp room. They don't have vision here. If the pinch comes through from MIBR, if they actually do press forward, well, unfortunately, for Strife, they're not going to. Snakes, though, gets caught, trying to get a little bit of information. It's traded. Actually, it's kind of the best case scenario that they're coming back in towards A. Well, unless Turtle kills everybody. Not the best case scenario anymore, John.
You don't want Turtle with his back against the wall. He's shown over on Vertigo. He delivers in those types of situations. And there it is again. Molotov is thrown. He's forced to move forward. And then he gets himself a 2K. Joel's only finds 1 before the round is over. Jota puts his first frag on the board here on Nuke. And that'll give MIBR the first round as well. Speaking of Jota, I mean, we talked about him a lot in that previous map, but 31 frags, 14 deaths, plus 17 kill to death differential, and 110.8 ADR, cleanly leading the entire server on the previous map with a 1.67 rating. Not to mention, of course, the rest of the squad was solid as well. Only 1 player, in fact 2 players below a KDR of 1, but by 1 frag, because Turtle 19 and 20 and Henny 15 and 14. Exit and BRN were also solid, 25 and 21 frags respectively. So as is usually the case, all of MIBR showed up individually and really put up the numbers. Now that they've made that first round, now that they've converted that first round, that's going to take a little bit of pressure off and put Strife in a very tough spot. Their economy is so low. Once Joel's buys up here, I think everyone will be below 300. Yeah, there it is.
pushed to the center of the table on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Smoked outside early, immediately. Jota's going to make his way past on this one. Made ineffective. It is just Jota who's made his way down. But it's going to force some sort of an adjustment. Right now, it just seems to be infinite. Holding very far back. They're giving him a ton of room to work with.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
No one playing the corner, no one playing the vent. Spicy. This is going to be interesting. They're passed in towards ramp. There's another player coming from hell, but this Molotov will force that issue. They're going to back away. Tons of control for this lower hit. It's just Infinite who's in the site. They're really floating back out of this. Oh, look at the wrap. Look at the wrap from Wreck. Okay, they were holding for that. That's going to come through. First kill found. Wreck trying to get a little bit over ambitious on the flank without contact having been made. Go for this lower hit and having taken down Infinite. Now it's a free one.
Yeah. Jota had just gotten too far, honestly, because no one was checking him. No one had any clue on the Strife side that he has worked his way into the B site. So Infinite was reacting slowly as you would expect and goes down. 5v3 in favor of MIBR, and it should be their round to take unless Jitter can do something here. The money's so bad you'd think they'd fall off, and it looks like that has been called now. Strife 3-man save. No. Joel's comes up and he tries to save anyway, but Turtle was waiting in heaven to take him down. Snakes gets one onto BRN, but MIBR will take this round, and finally Strife find their way out of that firefight, and Snakes and Jitter keep their rifles.
Scoreline evened up here. Momentum definitely favoring MIBR.
Yeah.
Shmoney favoring them as well. And, well, if they can win this one, start to build that lead. Always the tough part about a Nuke CT side. When the money's going great, all good. Sustaining an economy when you're trying to catch back up, less all good, John.
Yeah, I mean, ideally on your CT side, it's to keep the T's at bay in the early goings, and like you said, build up that economic foundation, carry over the momentum throughout the entirety of the half and get into those double digits, which is usually something that you can do on your CT side. But once you let the T's in, once that crack opens up and they start to pick up early rounds, then you're in a bit of trouble, and it tends to go kind of back and forth until the latter part of the half when, as mentioned, the CTs start to get a little bit more economy going. Whew, this is tough for Strife. As mentioned, it was never going to be easy on Nuke, but they're making it quite hard for themselves by well, losing that previous round, making it 2-1, and then there. MIBR just better. Simple as that.
Simply better. Well, let's see if they can hang. They can contest here.
Mike, I just want to say they need to tighten up towards Secret. Jota's gotten in there twice and just had his way with
I mean, the thing for me is it's fine if you don't want to really contest the Secret smokes.
Yeah.
But you gotta react to them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't ignore them. Pretending they didn't happen isn't a response. You gotta send someone down to play the lower site, to play the corners, to contest that. So a lot of teams will run the philosophy... What was that? Is that a Molotov instead of it? Hey.
I think he missed the molly.
Yeah, okay, that was supposed to go into Secret. That makes a lot more sense. I was going to say, is that a next brain Molotov to block a CT smoke that I don't know about that you wouldn't do? Not sure. But either way, Reck's dead. And his comrades may soon follow. They're working their way out of Squeaky Door. They're coming on in towards site. They need to reinforce site. The rifle's here. What Snakes can do. He's got the first. Something at the very least. The second as well. The snap over the last bullets in the magazine. Nicely done. Snakes is making this an interesting round. They're gonna pressure on, and that's a huge kill to find for Henny. But Infinite's there in time. The flashbang was effective in the trade. It comes down to a 1v1. 20 seconds on the clock. Exit knows he needs this fight. He needs to take it. And he's gonna have it as well. A prime opportunity for Strife, but they could not capitalize.
Oh, man, and there was a decent amount of investment into the round as well by Strife. MIBR walked into the stack. Like you said, a great opportunity for them. Snakes delivers with a 2K. That honestly wasn't the easiest to get because once he gets the first, they know exactly where to look. They throw the util in, and he manages to flick with his very last bullet to hit the headshot. Eventually gets overwhelmed, but he did enough to give Strife a chance in that round. But at the end, unfortunately for Strife, there was just too much information in Exit's hands, and Jitter Hurley had nowhere to go. So, MIBR taking the lead, and now they'll be up against only Pistols. Going to be 3-5-7s and a Bugle. Well, they are falling out of this side very quickly. Jota gets 2. Turtle with likely 2. No, Jitter manages to get him, but Henny's right there. Trade, and Henny should be able to clean this one up onto Infinite. Takes him down to 38, and I mean, if he doesn't, Jota will, or maybe Exit. All right, there you go. 4-2 in favor of MIBR. Pretty standard anti-eco coming through there from MIBR.
Yeah. Why not? Here's the round that was really going to be telling them. Full investment from Strife. Full buy-in. Full rock through. What can they do, John? What can they do, Strife? They are going to focus a little bit more outside, but once again, Jake's going to back away from this pretty quickly. This time, okay, here's the adjustment. Jules has gone down secret already. And Infinite might be going with him. Nope. Secret smokes haven't happened yet. But some sort of outside smokes are going to. And this time, Jules will be ready.
Great flashbang.
You can actually see over the smoke. This is such an interesting smoke pattern because the op has free reign, right? I guess this is to set up Henny for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Flash is enough to have pushed Snakes off, so he never really gets a chance to pop a shot. Instead, it's going to be pressure lower again, as MIBR have found this weakness, and they're just showing a bunch of different looks for the same way to get it in from outside and punish it.
At least Jules is here this time, right?
He is, and he's spotted. He's got the information. That's going to keep Infinite close at hand. But how do the A-side players try and approach this rotate? Because, again, they're not really moving much. And to be fair, there's still the possibility that they come up to vent.
Turtle's set to punish rotations if they go through lobby, too.
Is that decon door open? Did Joel's ankle just get spotted? Took a big risk. Infinite down. That makes this really tough for Joel's now. He's just praying that they don't realize where he is, and somehow it worked. Whatever deity he believes in just gave him a little protection. But the spell runs out. The blessing, it ends. And frankly, this should be a save. They don't have the positioning to go for this retake.
I think they're going to try.
They have a kit. Time is getting short. And that's the expected result here.
I think you were right, Mike. I don't think they should have gone for it. And, well, at least Snakes keeps the op in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if a bit of a chase comes through here from IBR, but the possibility of them actually catching up the Snakes before time runs out is very, very low. In fact, impossible now. So they will just let him keep the big green. But Strife should have had more. They should have had those other 2 rifles. There's no reason to commit them with so little time left to get onto the bomb site and so much left to be done. Yeah. I guess they felt a little bit of pressure, right? With MIBR already getting a 5th round on the board on their T side, and the momentum still shifted heavily in their favor. The thing is, if you save those 3 rifles, you give yourselves a much better shot of coming out with victory here. Instead, you got an op and 4 pistols. Not saying they can't pull it off. So here comes a blitz towards the A site by MIBR. They're just going to walk on through. Reck and I think Jitter are waiting on that site, but they just went through vent, yeah.
Yep. They vented. They're feeling sauce. Joel's, though, he might be the imposter. And right now he's breaking necks. And he's taking it one step further. Here's a monstrous round from Joel's. Bomb in his lap. Full control of the lower site. Has just shut down this play entirely. And Henny and Jota are left reeling to try and figure out how to actually contend with this. At this point, they may just want to try and take as many bodies out of the round as they can, but I'm not sure where the opportunity is going to be. With control of the bomb, Strife are going to turtle pretty hard around it. There's no obvious answer.
No. I mean, there's still time to maneuver, find
There's
your way back in, but is it really even worth it?
Yeah, no, this save is actually logical. It's not
Yeah.
even. First off, the value of what they hold is so much more than the value of the loss bonus they're going to get, the $1,400 loss bonus.
It's not, yeah.
Second, not giving them the op is valuable. Yes, maybe they wouldn't run a double op on this map. Probably wouldn't. But you have to remember, MIBR don't know that Strife have that op for Snakes right this second.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they saw it in the last round where he saved it through.
They did.
Okay,
Actually.
well then they
He
should
got a
know.
shot off. Yeah.
But either way, this is a good save call.
Yeah, I mean, Henny still has 6.7k, Jota 2.9, so he can buy up the util no problem. They have full body armor. Definitely a very good idea to save into this round from MIBR. And the rest of the team will be able to buy exit. Might need to drop here for BRN, but he's got 11k, so no problem at all. The thing is, what was a problem is this round only had 4 pistols on the Strife side, and of course the op for Snakes, but it wasn't the op that did the damage. Joel's just flicking around getting Wandigs, making it look easy, and then picks up the rifle to get the third. Wow, what a play from him. Individual effort was off the charts, and Strife finally back on the board with a third round. That was a shot in the arm that they absolutely needed, and let's see if they can carry it forward and make it 4 rounds here and really start to mount a bit of a comeback on their CT side, which is definitely required if they want to have a chance here on Nuke. Well, they're going to get one. It's a trade onto Turtle. The problem is BRN's right around the corner, and this is the blitz I was expecting MIBR to pull off in that previous round.
Bomb down. Taken away now. Sometimes the first look is the best look, it seems.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think their read in the last round was also great. Joel's just pulled off a nuts clip.
Yeah, no, I think it was a good read. You're right. Individually, Joel's was incredible.
Sometimes you just get deeged.
Yep.
So be how Counter-Strike do.
I think still a fight towards A would have been a good call, too. Anyway,
suffice it to say, MIBR are about to find 6 rounds of their T side of Nuke, and, well, there's money for Strife, but you're not getting a chance to actually build the economy at all.
there's plenty of cash because all 5 survived right in that eco round.
Yep.
So they'll be fine. They'll be able to buy up here. But you're right, the foundation won't be there yet. Or maybe it'll never get there in this half at this point. Snakes at least has 6k. That'll help, should they lose this round. But look, MIBR on to 6. They're already happy with this T side. And it doesn't feel like they're going to end at 6 the way this has gone so far. Flashbang going to get tossed by Jota. A little bit of presence here over in the garage. That's the op of Snakes. He wants to try and go for this duel against Henny. Good position now at blue box. Got the fight, and Henny tags Snakes. Can't finish him off, though. That's through the wall, and Snakes, happy to be alive, will fall back a little bit, more passive. But he's got a second chance at life here.
That he does. That he does. Popping the vent off. With a quick shot. I guess that might be actually want to go. I mean, the postured for outside play. Do have the smokes for it if they want to. Again. And they do! Old tried and true. Old faithful. No one's in position to see over these smokes, so why not? Not a whole lot that can be done about this, and they might actually just be going for the mini wrap. They're going to take some control towards garage. Looking for the fight. That's a pre-planned gap that Jota was just going to see if someone stuck around and wanted to give him some ankles in. Call him the ankle biter. BRN not having the positioning awareness there as the smoke started to fade. Now they know Joel's is in the corner. He's stuck here, but can he make something else out of this? No, he cannot. That was a tough spot. Rack with a follow-up, though. Keeps this in control, at least for the moment, of Strife. Can't really lose a body here. There's too many players down lower, right? They're a little too spread out, so it's going to be about infinite. Look at this time. Look at this peak. Yeah, you're right. No time. They can't plant.
Yeah, MIBR waiting way too long there. I like the idea of going into garage, sending 3 players there, but if you're going to do it, commit. Send your players out. Don't lag around. over in a position where you can get caught up from many. And like you said, just not very good awareness coming out there from the MIBR side as a whole. So yeah, they got caught out. And then once the frag comes through, there's really nothing to do. They burn too much time off the clock. So Strife get a fourth. I think more because MIBR made a misstep than necessarily some crazy plays coming through on Strife's side, but they'll take it, no question. There's the wall of smokes, immediately deployed this time. That will open up the space for MIBR to work into secret, where they've had a ton of success, and once more, it's kind of vulnerable. You do have Joel's there, but no one else in the site proper, and Joel's in that passive spot next to Decon instead of holding an angle up close and maybe getting a first frag and then falling off behind cover. We'll see if it pans out for him, and well, they've already spotted him. Now he's going to go into the B side, and he will get the first one. That's actually Jitter, excuse me. He finds it, and then Infinite swings around in support to drop BRN. Exit does manage to find the touchdown with the nade, but Infinite will go down too. What a shot from Henny! Are you kidding me? Up close, Turtle drops Joel's as well, and we've got an MIBR man advantage.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, and we have a really tough spot to defend. Reck's going to try and get down the vent to support. Unfortunately for him, no one's watching, but there's also a player behind him in Turtle. Ooh. Reck may have slipped the gap. This could actually be huge. Timing is everything here. His gun barrel's going to give himself away. Oh, I don't know if it was a gun barrel, but either way, the end result is that Exit gets the kill, and it's all up to Snakes. A bit of a gap in the smoke. If they try and come out double doors, he could collect. And indeed they do, but the shot doesn't land. Bomb planted. Not much Snakes can do about that one. He's trying to back away now. Trying to preserve the AWP going forward. It'll be a 7th for MIBR, one way or another. And a really bitter pill to swallow for the Strife squad.
Heart-wrenching, honestly, because they finally came out with a good reset. Yeah, Exit spotting out Snakes, and nothing saved through for Strife. They'll be able to buy it up anyway, so it's not a big deal, but still, that's more money invested that they really can't afford to invest because they want to save as much as possible, build that foundation. As it gets later and later into this first half, well, just going to get tougher and tougher to find their footing. Anyway, like I was saying, look, just Strife got off to a great start in that B site, but MIBR just punched right through. Again, the individual skill that's available here is across the board, and they continue to show that. Well, here's the Molotov, but no one's at B, so Jota's going to go into secret, as he has many times before. The rest of the troops are waiting over in lobby. Could be an A hit, but Jota, for the meantime, is going to be happy to stick around here.
It just look at the way they've trained them, right? Look at how much focus Strife has to devote towards the lower site now. You move Jitter down. Infinite's thinking about it. You just know you need to have some bodies here because MIBR has been such a threat if you give them access through secret.
Infinite got a spot there as well.
Barely actually moving off of it. Snake's going to be under pressure. It's Infinite below. As the Molotovs fade, though, there's a chance here. Snakes capitalize. Ooh, MIBR withdraw. It's a little bit of shadow boxing right now. And that's going to be a heck of a shadow. Joels takes the Opera out of play, spots the bomb as well. That confirms it's not down towards lower. That gives them a ton of information to play off of. Jota making his way into garage, though. This presence outside, this could be the new wrinkle for MIBR. Once again, they're letting the clock get low. 30 seconds. They're up in towards A, and the spot on the player outside has just come through. Snakes has that info. Can't quite find the kill just yet, and in the meantime, he loses 2 teammates. Snakes knows he has to be focused. He knows there's a player coming on around, so he can't quite commit defending in towards the site. That was a bit of a lack of awareness. Headshot angles. Tough to navigate. Now just Jitter to maybe try and bail away. Not be able to do.
I mean, it's another man advantage for Strife. Second round in a row. Get the first frag, and they can't convert the round. On CT side in particular of Nuke, that's just, I mean, they're losing the fights, losing the duels individually. It's been a very rough go, and we talked about it. You saw that the individual fights were being lost sometimes over on Vertigo, but Strife were able to overcome as a unit. This time, it's really not happening at all. MIBR have already taken this half now on their T side with 8 rounds. More to come. probably this one. I mean, we did already see our eco round victory come through thanks to Joel's 3K, 2 with the Deagle, but this time the Deagle is not even in play. It's going to be 4, 5, 7, and a USP. But hey, he doesn't need a Deagle. 5, 7's good enough, and he manages to escape as well. Joel's the eco round warrior. Takes things off in a very good way.
Joel's position out towards red box with the salvaged AK.
Oh, this is really good.
It could be huge. It could be huge. Everything comes down to timing and awareness. Do they check? Do they look right? No.
Oh.
No, they don't. Joel's just slipped by. Oh, they know. They know. They must have spotted a pixel. They realized that some sort of a cue was given over, and they realized what was going on. BRN, he is the monster on the roof, raining down bullets. Well, that's going to be a 9th round on the board for MIBR. A massively successful first half of Nuke here. And they're looking for double digits on the T side.
Oh, man, I honestly thought Joel's was going to punish, but like you said, something, audio cue, I'm not entirely sure what, but MIBR were aware of his position at the very last moment, and that was an easy frag for them. Like you mentioned, 9 rounds picked up. MIBR could hit double digits even on their T side, and we're seeing why they're so very good on this map. Kill's going to get tossed immediately, and Strife going for a lot of early presence towards mid. There we go. Joel's finally tucking himself in up close. This is the first time, the first round, that Strife has decided to go up close here at Secret and try and deny the space that Jota has just been freely taking round after round.
They've got an idea that he was here. He's been pushed back, ticked it, but fortunately for him, it doesn't spread fully. So
I don't think they heard it either.
This is clear. I don't think they were close enough to hear the tick, John.
No, no, they weren't.
This could be interesting. Timing, as always, is of the essence. Infinite. Distracting focus now. Will Joel's try and capitalize off that? He's content to sit on his sightlines. Realizing they're not coming down Secret, that's a lot of information for Strife to redouble their efforts in towards A.
.48 seconds left on the clock here. Snakes primed and ready, and hits the opener. Finally, the first frag comes through with only 42 seconds left on the clock. Turtle, after he goes down, the rest of MIBR is going to immediately retreat towards A. 33 seconds left. Now they have to hit this site, and it's not going to be easy. Strife again with an opening frag. 4th round in a row that they get it. They can't lose this one too, Mike, can they?
I mean, they certainly could, but they need to hold on. 20 seconds. There's not a lot of time here for MIBR, and they don't check Mustang. That's the death blow. Jota stuck. 14 seconds. They're not going to have the time for this. They are being put down.
There we go.
A 5th round found for Strife. Something. A little bit of life here, but really, they need this next one as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, anything's great. Keeping MIBR off of double digits is the goal right now if you're Strife, and just get that 6th. That's all you have to think about. Don't worry about the fact that MIBR has pulled off 9 rounds on T side. You just have to do the same. As easy as that sounds, right? Just go and get 9 rounds T side Nuke. Well, obviously, just 9 to get overtime, and BRN just walks right out into the A site and gets the opener. Exit a follow-up, only one to speak up for Strife, and there is that blitz again from the Brazilian. Oh, Roll and Strife are very much on the outside looking in here, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be such a tough retake. The positioning is phenomenal. Okay, that was a little bit of a lapse. That might be the entry that they need. Unfortunately, it's not going to be capitalized upon, so now it's just Snakes trying to get back through. He was tossing utility for his teammates. He's got to do all the work himself. Util, guns, what have you, and they know exactly where he's coming from. Snakes burns one alive. Down to a 1v2. It's down to the clutch. Time is short. Snakes does have the kit, but he has to get on it right now, and Turtle knows that. So one reptile to another. That'll be double digits on for MIBR.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And we're here in the second half. A 10-5 lead for MIBR as they look to close out this series comfortably here on their map pick, and all signs are pointing to that. But you know what? When all the signs are pointing towards one thing, that just makes the upset all that much sweeter. So let's see if Strife can pull off a little bit of spice here.
Perhaps so. Perhaps so.
Pick gonna come through. Here's the util. There's the Dooley, the burning turtle, roast turtle. Can't handle the heat. Bomb's going down. Nothing that can be done about that. That might be R on the outside looking in. With this long rotation, sure they're really gonna have time. They don't have a kit. Presumably there's one in towards the side if they're taking this long in their setup. This is ambitious.
Oh,
It is indeed. Some kills not quite going their way. Now Jota will just try and save the armor. Sort of a half-hearted retake attempt to begin with, but 4 nice kills for Reck with the pistol round. Puts Strife at least a fighting chance to make a game of this.
yeah, I mean, it's good that they get the pistol round. Both pistol rounds in fact only Strife's away.
Just try and knife somebody.
I think so.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. But if you're
you
looking...
may have actually been out of bullets thinking about it.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't get a chance to look, but either way, the stats don't really favor Strife right now, because if you're looking at the CT round win percentage, excuse me, in that 14-5 record over the last 3 months, it's 65.4%. for MIBR. And in fact, it's only 44. I say only, but 44.5% is really good on your T side, but they did better than that, Mike. So yeah, it's going to be a very tall and tough hill to climb at a steep slope.
This is actually setting up. Come for secret smokes, I guess.
Yeah, looks
Outside
like
smoke's gonna come on in. Here's the lineups. About a minute left on the clock. That's a pretty late set of smokes. So how does that distract MIBR? They still got 2 players down secret. They've been really confident in their read through this whole round. And I mean, it looks like it's gonna be right.
Oh yeah.
Don't know what they've seen to give them this confidence, but let's see if the setup works. Nope. No, it did not.
They got one.
But the idea behind that setup, I think, as I understand it, Turtle at least gets one. That's a rifle that can be saved through. The idea is, so the Deke takes first contact, pops a shot, hopefully kills somebody, but bails out. Second player, then, so the Deke player has the utility. I think he had a smoke and 2 flashes, right? So he bails out. Second player then catches them trying to chase that Deke player, gets a kill, maybe 2 if life works out perfectly. Meanwhile, the Deke player can drop a smoke and flash to maybe get the 5-7 player out of there. I think that's the idea of what they were trying to do. And when you just get peeked and deleted on the Deke player, setup is not going to work as planned.
Yeah, I mean, it's already a risky setup, right? Given the fact that you are definitely underpowered with only the pistols versus the rifles and SMGs. So, you know, it was a gamble. I think you're right in terms of what they wanted to do, but it rarely works out that way.
Yeah.
And Strife get themselves a set, so they convert off the pistol round, which they did in the first half as well. It was the third round that was the problem. This time, though, they're lucky. MIBR forced up in that previous one, so they won't be able to invest here. Turtle has the Galil in his hands and the body armor, so he can do some damage here. But as it stands, this is Strife's opportunity to get an 8th, and this is a fantastic start to their T side.
Fast play in. Fast play in towards the ramp. Joel's taking the point of the approach. BRN is here. And he gets a Zeus kill! BRN!
No!
Pulling this off. 3 big kills coming through. A man advantage now for MIBR. Uh-oh. Guns picked up. Couple rifles now in play as Turtle upgraded and gave exit. It's Galil. Probably gonna go down. This round could be in major doubt.
Oh, no.
And this would be a catastrophe here for Strife. Shuffling the guns. Trying to make this happen, Joe. This just got a USP. Might need the element of surprise. Or he might just be able to set up for his teammate. That's exactly what he does. He's the bait, and there's the switch. Oh, no. Catastrophe here. Strife drop it to the pistols.
I mean, look, there are multiple good plays right there. One, I mean, BRN just waiting patiently, tucked in the corner behind Big Box in ramp room, gets the Zeus frag, and simultaneously 2 frags come out from his team as well. After that, I mean, just realizing the situation, Jota has only the pistol, needs to bait himself for the rifler, and he does such a perfect job at it. The movement, fantastic, gets himself right into the vent, doesn't even die. I mean, he could have gone down and it still would have worked, but he doesn't die, jumps into vent. There comes the swing around the corner from the rifle, and Strife didn't even know what hit them at that point. Fantastic work from MIBR in a round where they only had the Galil. And now Strife are going to try for the blitz, which was very successful for MIBR, but MIBR knows this playbook. They know exactly how to counter it, and they've got 3. Reck and Jitter get a couple of them. Chance still for Strife, but with Reck going down and only Snakes left standing, this is going to be tough.
He's going to get the bomb plant. He's going to give himself a chance here. Snakes has been their best performer by a long shot so far. Molotov doesn't make any secret of where he's hiding. They know where the burrow is. Snakes, player on the edge of smoke. He does some damage, but smoked out. He's not going to have vision on this. Think about the lineups. He's got the first.
Okay.
short here. Time's starting to get short, but Jota delivers just in the nick of time. That is 12 rounds on, and the clutch denied.
Yeah, I understand the usage of the Molotov, right, to try and deny them from getting out of the vent, but I would have almost rather Snakes had saved it for the post-plant, right, or for the very waning moments of the bomb ticking away, so he could toss the Molotov onto the bomb and really make life difficult for MIBR, especially in that situation, right? If you still have the Molotov, you throw it down, MIBR is in trouble because they used, I think, almost all of their smokes, if not all of them, just to try and take the space onto the site. Unfortunate there, but at the same time, great effort from Snakes. The thing is, MIBR are on to 12 now, and Strife don't have much of a buy-up to bring forward here. It will be a half buy for 4 players. Snakes at least gets an AK into his hands. Let's see if we got some more eco magic in Strife's hands. Particularly Joel's has been very good in these types of situations. Thing is, this time he's only got the Glock.
Henny collects on the first, but Jota gone in secret. Nothing doing for him there. Was his playground in the first half. To get back into familiar territory. Ooh, Hopper. Under pressure. Don't know that you want to give him too many opportunities here. And Turtle dinged, but comes out on top. This is now a 4v2 that is going to be very tough to recover, especially with the bomb down on the tarmac outside. Bye, Jitter. All on the Snakes once again.
Yeah. I mean, there's no point in saving right here. Just do as much damage as you can. There's one. Henny goes down. Snakes just wants to try and recover this bomb. And, I mean, look, MIBR are pretty vulnerable. Exit and Turtle only have 29 HP combined. Snakes, 25 seconds left. I think the clock is his enemy, though. He's got to make a move.
If he wanted forward, I mean, this is being watched. This is being watched.
Yeah.
And he's a goner. A dead man. Eliminated. Bomb can be retrieved. MIBR trundling ever closer to the end of this map. There'll be money to buy here. So they will go right back into the fray, do Strife. But running out of opportunities. 3 rounds. All MIBR needs. 3 more rounds.
On their strongest side, too. Well, it has most teams' strongest side on Ukraine, but yeah, MIBR in particular. Jota works his way to the rooftop above garage. It's a pretty good spot. It's kind of a one and done spot, though. You got to be careful. Needs the support of his teammates. Some flashes will likely sail on forward should he get contact here. And there it is. Ooh, connects onto Wreck. There's Wreck down to 26. And Jota, as mentioned, you have to fall off that spot if you get the opportunity. And he does. Jota thinking about pushing through this smoke. He's going to hold his ground for the time being. Waiting for the right time. And that was not a good time to be sitting in the smoke, in fact, as Wreck going to spam his head. And there we go. Opening frag found for Strife. What?
Henny, that's a great collect. Snakes, I think, popped just over the smoke, and Henny tracked the arc. That's also going to give the tip-off that they are, in fact, moving behind those smokes. So now 2 players are going to get in position, Henny included. And he's posted with that AWP to be a menace once more. Has to be a bit wary, but as Turtle starts to clear back in towards Trophy, he's going to realize, okay, no, I can totally focus on this lower site. And Turtle's going to be here to play as well. So they're going to have bodies on. This is actually a really good setup for MIBR. That spam further ruins any illusion that they might not be here. How the extermination comes through. This round is over. Joel's is out of position. He's only got 20 seconds to play with. And he's just going to try and save what little he has, probably going forward.
Hi.
You'd imagine. Oh, and Exit just heard him pick up a gun. So he knows where he is. It's time for the hunt.
Oh, so Joel stays alive and probably will be able to carry through here with this gun.
No one can catch him.
14-7, but again, opening frag for Strife doesn't lead to anything. There have been so many rounds like that, in particular on their CT side. Now here on their T side, it's becoming a trend as well. Oh, boy.
5v4 conversions. Usually one of the most guaranteed things in Counter-Strike.
Yep. I mean, you got it. Usually
Not good when you
70%.
can't put those away.
I mean, I think your percentage goes up to 70% chance of winning when you get the opening frag or more. So you really do need to win when you find those opportunities. I mean, timeout's going to be called. Strife, for sure. No reason for MIBR to call anything unless it's technical, and yeah, it is Strife.
Well, whatever they've talked about might just be their last stratagem. Probably discussing how they wanted to handle this economically. A fair amount of investment coming through in terms of utility. Joel's has that gun saved from the last round. But Snakes is bought down heavy. Looks like it wants to be a ramp play early on. It's going to be pressure on the BRN. Smoke is timely. They want to go through it. They have flashes. They could try. There it is. BRN not caught in the slightest. He's able to drop away. Gain the ramp. But in towards hell. That's a little bit of an overextension. Henny was ready. And now a man down as they approach the lower site. And a lot of members of MIBR are ready to receive them. Exit. Exit. That was the right idea. He's about to get flanked. He has no idea. He thought he checked it. Joels is going to go for two. And he slipped past. What a play from Joels. The trigger discipline is massive. Doesn't guarantee anything just yet, though. Rota kept the numbers even. The money's still limited. The guns are still limited here, John, but the bomb is down.
Look, I mean, MIBR has no reason to panic here. They might even just call for the save. They've got a 7-round lead to work with. Maybe if they find a frag here, they'll try and go for this one. Jota.
Advantage, even numbers.
Yeah. No, not anymore. No advantage.
Big play for Jitter. Yeah, that ends it. Jitter's just made the decisive move. And he's slipping down, actually. I mean, he's taking one out of play, so maybe not. There's not a lot of time to spare here.
No, he's just going to
want
save.
some kills.
Oh, what a shame. Great cleanup there from MIBR, Mike, but they don't have enough time to get that defusal, and yeah.
It's fine, though. Look, it's the damage they've done. They're going to force a full reinvestment. They mean that nothing can be saved through here. That's actually a great play from Henny and Turtle, recognizing they probably can't win the round, but they can take everybody out of play. And now, if they can get this next round, there's nothing to contest with.
I mean, Joel's again with a fantastic individual play. All Exit had to do was hold secret, but he decided that it would be a better idea to watch the B site. And then Joel's the trigger discipline, right? He doesn't get the first one, wants to peer around the corner and see what information he gains. He sees a second and then executes his plan perfectly. So Strife get themselves an 8th on the board, but here comes Turtle and Henny. Henny with the no-scope, Turtle with 2. Infinite does make his way onto the site, but he's the last one standing here without the bomb on his back. MIBR, the stalwart defense, comes through again.
Just Infinite. Once upon a time was known for these kind of clutch plays.
Yeah, but not so much. Yeah.
Roll back the clock. Well, he's got the mantle of leadership on now.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
But when everyone else is dead, the mantle slips from his shoulders, and let's see if the individual can emerge once more. 55 seconds. It's plenty of time to work with. Bomb down makes it tough. 3 players here. First being Henny. Yeah, it's a tough ask to get past. It's going to be map point found for MIBR, and as previously talked about, the money is gone for Strife. They're going to be trying to string together a buy here to contest. They need 7 rounds in a row to keep this series going.
Yeah, I think MIBR throughout the entire series has really done a great job of limiting the Strife economy and getting the frags even after the round has been found in favor of Strife. And, well, that's why you're going to see them here with only a Galil, 2 Deagles, a Tech 9, and another Tech 9 fighting for their very lives. They need 7 in a row just to push this one to OT. Jota's going to be blinded out here. A lot of damage done to Infinite, but he has to fall off because he was just in no man's land. If he sticks around longer, he probably would have been taken down. So, keeps 5 alive for MIBR. And now Jota just jumping up and down. Man, if that was real life, hitting your head against a door frame repeatedly would be quite painful.
How to give
But
yourself a concussion.
yes,
With Jota.
exactly.
Bop, bop, bop. I just wanted to play the Mario hitting a brick noise.
Yeah.
Coin comes out the top. That's how you track players. It's just coins coming out of the ground everywhere.
Bing,
First
bing,
kill
bing.
for Jota. Got the opener. He's going to withdraw in towards the site. He's got the information as well. BRN takes one out elsewhere, and it's all falling apart here. They have the defense is falling by the wayside, and running out of options. They're running out of possibilities. It's looking like this one might be done. Jitter has something else to say, but it is just Jitter now. He needs to find 4 more kills, and there's no way that's happening. MIBR take the clean 2-0 dominant in this series, John.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I said it before, Strife had to win on Vertigo to make this series a possibility of being won because, as you saw, MIBR are just too strong right now on Nuke, and Strife for themselves, they don't play it that much and they don't find much success. So there you have it. The expected